Hi everyone, Foot Coaching here. In this video today I will describe my new custom tactics and my new formation, and it's all based upon the fact that I didn't enjoy FIFA for a bit after the finesse shots being nerfed. Don't get me wrong, I really hated the finesse shot in the meta, but the one depth warriors at the moment are really hurting my fun into this game. And the other ones is using the 4-3-3-4 tactics with very high pressure. So I started thinking about how I could counter those two, not formations, but those two strategies. And it took me a while, but I think I've figured one non-meta formation which actually works on it. And it's going to be this one, the 5-3-2. Now the 5-3-2 sounds very defensive. But let me go into the details and explain how you can use this formation to actually counter the high pressure ones, the 4-3-3-4s, and actually just demolish the drop back ones. So let's go into the tactics. We're going to 5-3-2, and as you can see here, the defensive style is also on drop back. So you say, hey coach, that's fun, you're going to make a strategy against the drop back tactics? Yes, with the drop back. And that's because the drop back actually remains your defensive shape. So playing this against the high pressure ones, you really need to have your defensive shape up. And playing this against the drop back which lure on the counters, you really don't want to be open for those. The main difference is, although it's still on defensive style drop back, the width is about half and the depth is on 7. So why the depth with 7? I've been experimenting a lot with that, but remaining the high line makes you able to use the width in your defense as well. If you use this width, you can narrow it down. It will be better against the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow and the 4-2-3-1 narrow, but you won't be able to use your fullbacks as good as on offense. And you want your fullbacks. Those are the two most important positions in this one. I'll come back to that in a bit. Offensive style, long ball. It doesn't mean you're going to play the counter game all along, but it will enable you to always have a free man on the side. Either your left wing or your right wing backs will be open almost at all times until your opponent figures it out and actually is smart enough to close that gap. But it usually takes around 60 minutes against good players to find that place. You're going to use a high wide and players in the box up higher as well. Why the high players in the box is, for once, it enables you to get countered in, and the other one is like I said, your fullbacks will be your most important two players, and this enables your fullbacks to get a cross in as well. Corners and free kicks are, like always, just preference. You can up it, you can down it, but I like to play it safe on those because I don't want to get countered. So it's the 5-3-2, and as you can see in my formation with the current setup I got Alexandro and Cancelo on the backs. Both pretty good stamina, both offensive very well, really decent work rates. So high is preference, high medium is also very doable. Don't go medium, or especially don't take a low. If you use Alves here, it can actually work because he's a high attacking player, but don't go anywhere near medium or low defensive work rates. Attacking work rates, it is, sorry. For the other hand, you can use some faster strikers, but it's not really necessary. I used Zlatan before, but I actually changed him around for Zola and Henry because they're just a touch faster. So instructions, pretty basic actually. The strikers are both on get in behind, and that's it. Nothing strange there. Your center mids are on cover center, and your CDM is on stay back and cover center. You want that center, those 6 players all gathered up, so you won't be able to be countered in that position. Nothing strange, anything going on there, but just cover center and stay back on the CDM. Your center backs are just the regulars, just leave them neutral, and your wing backs aren't going to make the difference because I got both wing backs on actually join the attack. So I know it's very popular to keep those two on stayback. If you use it on stayback, it will be a 5-3-2 very defensive setup. And you can make a custom setup using those two on stayback if you prefer to hold your lead. But I like to play possession, dominating game, and that's why I use them on join. It's also a good idea to have two fullbacks on your on your bench, because if they run out of stamina, your whole game plan is actually going down the drain. But basically this is it. In the streams and maybe in the coming weeks I will upload some examples of how you use it. But basically you control your back five, you pass those around until you find an opening and then just go for the opening. If you have a high pressing opponent, you just pass the ball to one of your fullbacks, let them come ahead, and you will see the other fullback, and this is the most important back, you will see the other fullback run up, because they are enjoying the attack. And if you are able to just pass the ball with a high lob through your field, one of the fullbacks will always get into an attacking position and open up the whole play. So against pressure play, this formation actually works wonders. And although they seem very aggressive, if you remain your calm, I think you'll be doing fine. So far it's been I tried it this weekend league as well. I haven't got many games in. I'm 10-1 at the moment. Probably just leave it at gold 3 because I'm very short of time at this current stage due to work. But I hope you enjoy. So if you like this video, leave me a feedback, leave me a sub. I could really use some more subs, basically because I want to name the channel. So if you want to share it, get others to join, get others to sub, you will help me out as well. And I will upload the short instruction video later. Thank you all, and I hope you enjoy. See you around.